Hey peeps, Tyler here with a book review for Careless People, a cautionary tale of power, greed, and lost idealism by Sarah Wynn-Williams. This is about Facebook. She used to work for Facebook. You've probably heard about it because it's been everywhere, but if you haven't, obviously Facebook is evil, some of which is common knowledge. But to be honest, I struggled through the first half of this book. Not because it's bad, it's not, but because I wanted to slap some sense into past her, the author. She wanted to do so much good at Facebook, but she was really naive and a pushover. And as she shows throughout the book, Facebook could have chosen differently so many times, and they didn't. Instead of choosing to help people, or to not harm people at least, they chose to not care, causing countless pain and death all around them. I wish that was an exaggeration. From disgusting misogyny to not caring about your employees nearly dying again and again, it doesn't matter to them if you nearly die after childbirth, if you have life-threatening health issues, and a young infant and toddler children at home. Facebook is even responsible for inciting violence, rape, and genocide in Myanmar. Outright freaking genocide. They knowingly increase hate speech because people love outrage, among other shit. They don't care about laws or basic human decency. They knowingly target ads toward vulnerable kids when they are at their most fragile. It's a Harvard circle jerk at the top. You see, I tabbed this to hell and back. Or so many, oh my god, what the fuck. By the time she woke up and realized she needed to get out of there, it was too late. She had life-threatening health issues and young children at home. She needed that health care, which made me feel bad for the way I felt for the first half of the book, wanting to just strangle some sense into her. Because, she's not the evil one. She was trying to do good. She meant well. But, the gullibility and shit was just frustrating. But then eventually she does realize this, and, well, now it's too late. I had heard other people when I was still in the middle of reading it and hadn't got to that part say stuff like what I had just said that was so frustrating, but, they had finished the book. So I just assumed it was like that throughout the whole thing, and she never woke up, but it's that wasn't true at all. It was well, now I feel bad, because by the time she freaking woke up and realized she needed to get the hell out of there, it was too late. She was stuck. Eventually, she got fired as a result, for daring to speak up. The one who should be fired is Zuckerberg. And I'm just going to read, I didn't bother going through all this, because I know it's already been so very reviewed. There's so much information already out there. But there's one personal thing at the back that really, I believe I was crying. Because it was personal to me at the very least. In the early days when I traveled, it's at the very end. In the early days when I traveled anywhere in the world with Mark, people would approach us and pour out heartfelt stories of how the platform changed their lives, how they reconnected with someone who became their husband or wife, how they made new life-changing friendships, how it helped them start their businesses, how they were all alone, immigrants to a new country like me, gay kids in conservative towns, people with rare diseases, and no one to talk to about their care, and found community on Facebook. It felt promising and vast, and sometimes actually historic. I was born with Bacterial Association. If you're not new here, you already knew that. If you are new, I have a playlist called Bacterial Association if you want to learn about my medical issues. But I graduated high school in 2007. I grew up feeling all alone. Doctors would say, "Never heard of that," and look at me like I had 3 heads when I told them my medical issues. And then they and medical students would treat child me like a science experiment. I grew up feeling like a freak and all alone. Then came Facebook shortly after I graduated high school, and I found Facebook groups for those with Bacterial Association like me. Suddenly I was no longer alone. Proof that it wasn't just me, that there were others who understood, who was going through the same shit. Exactly. And due to having rare medical issues, we'd help each other. Someone named Greg Ryan, and a man in Australia who was also born with the Bacterial Association, even helped get medical supplies to kids born with Bacterial like us in third world countries that needed them. Facebook helped so much back then. And now they've destroyed everything with great carelessness and just plain evil. Because of what I just said, I clung to a dying Facebook for longer than I should have. But I finally deleted my account last fall. The stuff Facebook has done and continues to do is pure evil. I highly recommend this book if you haven't already checked it out. and to get the hell off of Facebook. They could have done good, as evidenced by my experience like a decade and a half plus ago at this point. I feel old, but that's not the point. The point is Facebook is evil, and they didn't have to be. So yeah, I highly recommend that book. Thank you for watching. All my anger is directed at Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook and those fuckers. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.